Merrianne Do, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today. You recently went viral last week for your enthusiastic reactions while watching the Chargers and Cowboys game. What was your reaction when you first saw yourself online?
I think it was pretty crazy. I'm not a social media mogul. I don't know much about it at all. So getting the messages and everything was surprising, but when I logged in and saw all of the images and all of the kind of comments and posts that people were making, it was a lot. It was intense, it was crazy, kind of like unreal.
hmm Yeah, um, and as you know, because of your enthusiasm, many on social media have accused you of being a plant or paid by the NFL. What's your reaction to those accusations?
I think it's pretty funny. I've actually before this, I've never heard of something called an NFL plant. I didn't even know what they meant by that, and to think that they would pay a fan to be there is pretty shocking to me. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah. And so a picture of you in a Vikings jersey also was a big contributor to the conspiracy theories. I'm curious if you're still a Vikings fan as well.
It's funny. I was crazy, insane Vikings fan when I was in Minnesota, and I still am. I love the Chargers. I'm here. I attend the games, and so there's something a little bit more exciting being there in person and cheering for the team with the players there. But yes,
Mhm.
I am still cheering for the Vikings from California as well, for sure.
Awesome. Just so you're from Minnesota. Where exactly did you go to high school?
I went to Roseville Area High School.
Oh, awesome. Okay,
Ro-
I go to Mounds View.
yeah, I know Roseville Raiders. I mean, I probably ran against you in track and all those other things. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, very cool. So how did you become such a passionate Chargers fan then? When did you
I
move
moved
to
out
California
here.
then?
Yeah, when I moved out here, I totally like kind of fell for the way that Philip Rivers plays, like that intensity, that grit. But he like never swears. You think like he's saying all these crazy things, and then when they record him, it's like, "Gosh darn it," and all these like funny words that he says. So I just love his grit, his fight, but he's still so kind, and so that's when I started falling for the Chargers.
Awesome. As a Chargers fan, what's the lowest moment that you've had?
Oh God, there's so many. Let's see. I know, is it bad? It's kind of like being a Vikings fan, right? There's so many.
Yeah.
It would have to be, gosh, probably the missed field goal. What year was it? Uh, don't quote me on this because I can't remember now.
Sure.
AFC championship game, and we missed the field goal to tie the game, and I can't remember when it was now at this moment.
Okay.
But there's a lot of rough moments. But I think every week that we don't win is pretty bad. It's funny. Everybody always asks me, "How can you be so intense? This game doesn't even matter." But it's like every game matters. Every first down
hmm
matters. Every play matters. And so that's just how I do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna ask you the same thing actually. What about the highest moment as a Chargers fan?
It would have to be the highest moment would be. Mm, wow, no one's asked me these questions. Now I have to think about it. The highest moment as a Chargers fan for me would be probably, gosh, I don't know.
A little harder, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know because
Funny.
every win is exciting for me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Let's see. So I guess I haven't actually asked you yet, but it's never too late. Who really are you in addition to being an NFL fan? Like, what is it you
In
do for a
addition to being
living?
an
Your
NFL fan.
family? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I am a pharmacist by trade. I just recently retired a couple months ago. I'm a stay-at-home mom now of four boys. So they're involved. I mean, I have everything from a high schooler to a preschooler. So it's a huge range, right? So
hmm
sports, musical theater, and all that kind of stuff is what I do. But other than that, I just really love football, and the kids, and that's just me.
Yeah. Do your kids play football?
So my freshman kiddo did play flag football. He aged out. He's kind of little, so he didn't make the football team.
Oh, sure. Do any of uh do the others play sports at all? Or you
Yeah.
cheer the same way
So
at their games?
yes, it's insane. It's so funny because they're always like, "Mom," and they're friends too. They're like, "Mom, you're always like this at our games. So why do they think it's such a big deal?" So yeah, I'm like that at soccer. I'm like that at basketball. I'm like that at football, flag football, everything,
Yeah.
even spelling bee.
How else did they react when they first saw it, your family?
Uh, of this past week,
Yeah, when they saw you go viral.
I think it was a little bit more. I guess they're not surprised by what I was doing, but they're surprised that it went viral. I think my kids are a lot more into social media than I am. So
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, what do you mean NFL? You're on TV and ESPN, and there's memes and there's all these different things that I don't really know about." So to them, it was a kick. It was fun, and being able to see mom on TV, and then this past weekend when we were in Kansas City, one of my other little ones was on TV too, so he was pretty pumped about that.
Yeah. In some of your other interviews that you've done, on, like, Pat McAfee, I think you had a bunch of NFL helmets behind you and some other
Yeah,
merchandise. I'm curious
yeah.
what those are, where you got those, what else do you have?
Yeah, we're big collectors, so we collect a lot of, like, football cards, so, like, Herbert rookie cards, and of different teams as well, but we have, like, a whole collection of signed helmets. We go to signing events, we go to meet and greets, we go to training camp, just to meet them, to get things signed. It's exciting. We just collect it. We're not sellers, so it just kinda hangs out in our collection. So we have the big helmets, the mini helmets, and the special editions and things like that.
Yeah. So you were at the Chiefs game on Sunday as well, uh, and I don't know if you saw, but some media outlets found that very newsworthy. When you were at the game, did people recognize you? Did you feel famous?
Yeah. Oh my god, it was like the weirdest feeling I've ever felt. I think Chiefs fans are so nice. Like everybody at Arrowhead was super sweet, super nice. But it was crazy that like to be recognized and people are like, "Oh, let me take a selfie, let me take a picture, please."
Yeah,
And it was a little bit overwhelming, I think, because there was just so many. It was fun though, it was exciting. But to have that kind of attention to by just cheering during a game is kind of crazy.
yeah, cool. Um, and so on to a more serious question. Speaking of the Chiefs, if you aren't a PR stunt, do you think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are?
No, I don't think so. Like every people ask me about Taylor Swift a lot, and I'm like, kudos to her for being happy, and kudos to him for like with this happiness, he's even doing better. Like his
Yeah,
stats, it's kind of cheesy, but his stats pre Taylor, or when Taylor's not at the game and when she's there, it's like it's kind of rad that it's that way. And kudos to her for supporting her man. Like if my husband played NFL, I'd be in front row screaming, cheering for every play, not just a touchdown. So
yeah, for sure. Awesome. So that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you for taking the
cool.
time to talk to me.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to add about this experience?
No, I'm good. I think it's just been a really big roller coaster and that like, especially you guys in high school, social media is a freaking beast. Like it can get you places but can also like take you down. So, just shake it off if it's anything negative for sure.
All right, thanks.